popped up. Barnes diving attempt, can't come up with it. A great effort from the first baseman. Back in 2023, Emily Charlton was the College Sports Communicators Academic All-District along with 2024, so that's another streak that she's got going for her. Full count. Outside, misses for ball 4. Swanek gets on with a walk. That will bring up the second baseman, Olivia Tullis. We'll have a pinch runner in Kara Thomas take over at first base for Swanek.
Now batting for CMU, number 37, Olivia.
Excuse me, Cora Thomas. Getting all of these names wrong. I apologize, Captains fans. That one right down Broadway for strike 1. One count, Charlton fires, runner takes off for second, throw from Hudnall in time. A beautiful throw, and she continues to throw out these captain batters. High fives from Kaylee Hackett. Another great job from Carly Hudnall, her second caught stealing of the ball game. I believe her third of the day. And that's a strike 3 called. Strike 3 from Emily Charlton. Her 4th strikeout of the game. And it will be in way of the backwards K. So great job from the Hornet defense. And Carly Hudnall behind the dish. And Emily Charlton on the mound. And again, she's got all the command working for her today. And that'll bring us to the home half of the 5th. It'll be Bree Hodges, Alex DiNardo, and Kaylee Hackett. 6, 7, 8 for the Hornets. Right field, DP, third base, however you want to say it. It looks like we might get Alex Love possibly staying in that DP role. A lot of different things that Don Simmons can go to. A lot of different hitters. You've got, obviously, Alex Love, who can hit for this squad. You can bring in Alex DiNardo back into the DP role. You've got Anna Grace Terrell, Zoe Elliott, a lot of different options you can go to, but it'll be led off by the Jedi, Bree Hodges. I'll have to ask her what color lightsaber she'd go with. Me personally, I'd go with purple. But I'll have to ask her, and we'll get back to you on that. We'll get a time and play. Might have a little problems with the pitch comm as Hodges dances outside the box. And another timeout called. Still some errors, and this is what we've seen a lot of squads go to, especially in the baseball world. It seems like every team is using either pitch comm or they'll have like a little tiny watch either on the glove or the wrist where you can call in pitches, and we are seeing it slowly be integrated into the softball world also. Hodges' first pitch swinging, fouls that one off to the right side. It'll go into the creek. Hodges' last at bat,
I want one to come over here to
crushed
me, but I'm
one
trying to
into
make a play.
center. Just hung up there a tad bit too long. So Slaw was able to make the catch. Outside, ball 1-1 count. We apologize for the first 4 innings, having some audio issues. My name is Ethan Morotsky at Aubrey Moon Field. This is game 2 of this NCAA Division III softball matchup. Christopher Newport took game 1, 7-0. Hornets still looking for their first run of the ball game. 2-1 count. Hodges laces this one to right field, just foul. It seems like she's just on the cusp of finding that groove and finding a barrel that reaches some outfield grass. Now she finds herself in a 2-2 count. Hodges trying to lead off the Hornets in this bottom half of the 5th. 2-2 count. Just fouls that one off. Hodges hustling to first, but took a chunk of her leg, so it'll be a foul ball. On occasion, on plays like that, more so, I would say, on bunt plays, I could be wrong, but occasionally you'll catch a part of the body when you step out of the box. If that were the case, it would technically be called an out. 2-2 pitch, this one into left field. This one is back, and it is caught a couple feet from the track, and that's the wind doing a number on that softball in the air. Another good swing from Bree Hodges, just catches the bottom of the ball. So that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Alex Love. She'll stay in the ball game. Enter the Sandman. Alex Love on the season, hitting .214 as she tries to put down a bunt. In 14 at-bats, Love has 3 hits with an RBI. Has scored 4 times, but she does pinch run quite a bit for this squad. Swinging away, fouls that one to the left side, and she finds herself down in the count 0-2 early. One out, 0-2 count on Alex Love. Alger trying to keep these Hornets silenced. Alex Love trying to stay alive. 1-2 pitch from Alger. Fired foul to the right side. Likely ball 2, but good fight from Alex Love. Kaylee Hackett on deck for the Hornets. Had a sack bunt in her first at-bat. Almost legged it out for a single. One-two count. Fouls this one again to the right side. Alex Love, freshman from South Hill, Virginia. We'll do 1-2 again. Outside for ball 2, good eye. Count will now be evened up. We're in a good at-bat from Alex Love. Two count. Alger fires. That one popped up into right center field. Slaw calling everybody off and catches it for out number 2. So that'll bring up the 5th-year third baseman, Kaylee Hackett. I mentioned earlier when the sound, the audio was unfortunately not working. I believe I might have caught a glimpse of Kelsey Hackett in the stands.
Yeah, dude, I'd kill for a fucking
Kelsey
bottle of
Hackett,
water right now, though.
very important member of that University of Virginia softball team, the younger sister of Kaylee. You can say softball in the blood of the Hackett family.
No shit, bro.
Joss misses that corner, but called ball 2. Hackett started 31 games. You would think that she would be with Sarah Watts, Lexi Powell, and Madison Barr, and Alyssa Taliumtua with 33 starts, but she did deal with a slight concussion earlier just a couple weeks ago, but that one finds the corner. A slight concussion, obviously head injury is very severe, but she's back in the lineup. And Kaylee Hackett, the type of player that hates missing ball games. Grounds this one towards first base softly. It'll be picked up by Quinlan. Step on the first for out number 3. So quick 1-2-3 for the Hornets. Still all zeros on the board for both of these lineups. We'll take a short breather and we'll head to the 6th inning action. Crunch time looming on both of these squads. Charlton's still on the mound.
This has got to go on reverse.
6th inning action on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Emily Charlton still in the circle for the Hornets, dealing for this defense. Charlton, a future teacher of America, along with
Now batting number 42,
her mother and Maggie Charlton. As that one popped back, just gonna hit the net. Huddy tried to make the play. But Emily Charlton, a grad student for the Hornets. Again, future teacher of America. 0-1 count. Grounds this one softly to Barnes. Flipped to first. Throw not going to be in time, so a little bit of a interesting hit by Moorfield, but that's going to be an infield single. Leadoff runner is on for the Captains. Leadoff hitter has gotten on 3 times out of the now 6 innings. Still no runs have been scored. Ball pops up. Hudnall can't control the ball, and Moorfield will take second base. So now you've got a runner in scoring position with no outs for the top of the order, and Slaw, who again is hitting just under 600, excuse me. She puts a bunt down right towards Charlton. Throw to first will be picked by Walter, and the umpire gonna say not in time again. So throw in the dirt, good pick by Walter. And the Hornet defense are gonna have a meeting at the circle. I'll get some information on what we're gonna score that. Looked like it was gonna be a close play no matter what, which it definitely was going to be a close play no matter what, but we'll probably call that one a hit just because of how fast Slaw is down the line. And so that will advance Moorfield to third. Now you've got runners on the corners with no outs, and the captain's on the verge of scoring the first run of the ball game. Slaw takes off for second, no throw. A pump fake from Hudnall. Moorfield won't bite. And so now you've got two runners in scoring position, and Don Simmons will head out to the infield, and we'll have a conversation about how they're going to go about really the meat of the order. I say meat of the order, but it's it's honestly this entire squad is the meat of the order. Meeting finishes. Charlton gonna stay on the mound. She's done a great job so far through this ball game. Just a couple bunt singles. And now it's runner on second and third. That one hit into deep right. Hodges camped under it. Gonna be a play at the plate. Throw. Beautiful throw from Hodges, and Moorfield will have to stay at third base. Power arm in right field.
Stepping up to the plate, number 43, Meredith.
Most of the season, it's been Lexi Powell out and right. Lexi Powell in center today, Gold Glover from last year. So one out with runners still on second and third. That one laced into left field, just foul. Brickner got all of the barrel on that. Just about 1.5 feet to the left of the line. Brickner with just one home run on the season, but still hitting .356. A 1 count. Fouled back. Second strike. Charlton working to get out of this, of yet another jam. She's done darn near a perfect job every time she's been in these situations. And she's gonna look to do the same. 0-2 pitch. High and outside for ball one. Again, Charlton on a streak of second team all ODAC for the last 3 years. Swung on, grounded, base hit into left field. Alyssa Taliumptua bobbles the ball. 2 runs are gonna score. A 2 RBI single for Brickner. So Slaw will score on the bobble from Taliumptua. Moorfield was going to score no matter what. Brickner hit that ground ball in the 5-6 hole. Really nothing that the Hornet defense, the Hornet infield could do about that. So the Captains will take a 2-run lead in the top of the 6th.
Now batting number 15, Sammy Drew.
Sammy Drew up to the plate with 1 out. Brickner was pinch run for at first base by number 13. It'll be Katrina Swan, sophomore from Vienna, Virginia, up north. One pitch in the dirt. Good block by Hudnall. Two one count. Called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Wind howling at Moonfield. You can see the flag going haywire. This one is fouled away to the right side. Play made by Quinlan on the on-deck circle. Again, beautiful day in the Hill City. It's been really low 80s all day. You can confidently say that the springtime is here. We said that a couple weeks ago, because it was around 70 degrees consistently for about a week, and then it just suddenly dropped, as that's a strikeout. Throw to second, almost in time, almost a magnificent play from Sarah Watts. So it'll be the 2nd out of the inning on a strikeout from Drew. Swan will take second base on a stolen base. But it was, we had about a week of sunshine and 70s, and then all of a sudden it just dropped to mid-50s. And in the wintertime, I would love mid-50s, as that one's popped up. Addison Walter calling everybody off. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Captains can take the lead. It is 2-0 heading into the bottom of the 6th. Hornets have some work to do now, and they've got 6 outs remaining to do so. Right here at Aubrey Moon Field, and we'll head to the home half of the 6th inning on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Home half of the 6th. Motorcycles and wind here at the Hill City Lakeside Drive, right behind Aubrey Moon Field. My name is Ethan Morotsky, and it's crunch time. If you're a football fan or the Red Zone fan, they would say that it's the witching hour, where wins become losses and losses become wins. And that's exactly what the Hornets hope to do. Zoe Elliott, the pinch hitter, slices this one into right field. Sliding play cannot be made. It's called a foul ball. Zoe Elliott pinch hitting for Addison Walter. And we almost had a similar incident to earlier in the game, where Kaylee Hackett's bunt just zoomed right by the third baseman, Griever, but it went foul, but Coach Don Simmons was trying to attest that a possible touch from Griever would make it a fair ball, and we saw there, as that one is a called strike 2, the right fielder, Moorfield, tried to make a semi-slide, semi-dive catch, and she was in fair territory. If she had gotten contact with it, it would have certainly been a fair ball and extra bases for Elliott. As she slices this one again into right field, but too far into foul territory as she stays alive. It's constant winds, it feels like, and it's blowing into the press box and almost stopped a certain, well, I don't want to say certain, but a possibility of a Bree Hodges home run. But the ball just hung up there. 0-2 count. Elliott fouls this one off again. Elliott, a sophomore who has impressed this season. Sophomore from Delmer, Delaware. Certainly fighting for a starting spot in this lineup as she fouls yet another one off. Hornets down by 2. 6 hits for the Captains, just 1 for the Hornets. Zoe Elliott trying to change and put up a second hit. Good eye on that high riser. We've had a number of issues on the technical side of the broadcasts. We had some audio issues, some major internet issues. Another good eye from Zoe Elliott. We're leaving up the count at 2-2. Zoe Elliott continuing to battle. 2-2 pitch. Inside, popped up into left field, and it will be caught for the first out by Drew. So good at bat by Elliott, unsuccessful. And we have the first out of the inning.
Now batting for Lynchburg, number 10, Lexi.
Order flips back to Lexi Powell. Powell 0 for 2 so far in the ball game. 0 for 3 on the day with a sac bunt and a walk. Watches that one go by for strike 1. Lexi impressing everyone this season as she puts down a bunt, a beautiful bunt right in front of the catcher. Throw, not in time, and it's going to be a bunt base hit for Lexi Powell. So speedster Lexi Powell, I was just mentioning how she's impressed everyone. Came into today hitting .356, starting every single game. A stud in the field. Can't mention it enough. Gold Glover in all of Division III softball last year. I've seen the trophy. It's pretty impressive. And she is on first base. Hornets gonna try and come back with just 5 outs remaining. Carly Hudnall will be the hitter. She's 0 for 2 today also. A line out to the pitcher and a ground out to the third baseman. 0 for 5 on the day. Carly Hudnall is up to the plate with 1 out. Lines this one into left, but it's going to head foul. Hits off the top of the dugout. Another first strike for Alger. Huddy shows bunt, pulls back. Sawonic pump fakes the first. Lexi Powell dives back. Count even at 1-1 with 1 out. Wouldn't be surprised to see Lexi Powell take on for second, but you also have to keep in mind that you are not the tying run, so you don't want to risk getting out. Huddy shows bunt again, and that one's going to be outside for ball 2. Two-one count. Alger receives her pitch, fires, grounded softly to the second baseman, pops up, a bad hop. We'll put runners on first and second now. Tough one to call. Huddy had some speed, and it was soft enough to where Powell was likely going to make it to second no matter what. We'll call it a base hit for now. And so 2 straight hits for the Hornets, and now you've got the powerhouse Sarah Watts. We need some, Lynchburg needs some Watts magic. First pitch fouled straight back. Tying run on first base. Alger only given up 7 home runs this season. That one just catches the corner, and now Sarah Watts is quickly down in the count, 0-2. Oh-2 count on Watts. Outside for ball 1, good eye. Carly Hudnall on first base. Lexi Powell on second. Sarah Watts at the plate. Go-ahead run at the plate. Tying run on first. Oh, 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Swung on and missed. And so it'll be another strikeout for Alger. It's actually the first strikeout for Alger today. That'll bring up the lefty southpaw Alyssa Taliumptua, left fielder for the Hornets. Taliumptua with 1 long ball this year. She watches the first pitch miss the corner for ball 1. 3 doubles on the season, 24 knocks. Hitting .273. Alyssa Taliumptua gonna try and surge this team and tie up the ball game with 2 outs. Try and gather a 2-out rally. You do have speed on the bases, so you imagine anything in the gap towards the wall will score 2. Will definitely score 1 in Lexi Powell. Carly Hudnall will be on her horse, but Taliumptua's got to get a hold of 1 here. 2-0 pitch grounded softly towards the second baseman. Throw to first in time for the 3rd out of the inning. Any rally has been depleted by Alger. She's done a great job on the mound. Excuse me, in the circle. And so 2 hits, no runs scored for the Hornets in the home half of the 6th. Emily Charlton going out for the 7th. She's done a great job today. She's halted the captain's top 3 offense in the nation to just 2 runs and 6 hits. I mentioned at the end of the first game that the composure of the CNU captains has been outstanding, to where the Hornets have fought pretty much all day. It took 6 innings for the Captains to score in both games now. As in that first game, the Captains tacked on 4 runs. And in game 2, they've punched 2 runs across. And so the Hornets have kept them at bay for majority of both games. It's that hitting department that's really been struggling, and all because of the amazing pitching from Jamie Martin and
Now
Kate
batting captain number
Alger.
4, Kendall Bentley.
Emily Charlton, again, back out for the 7th. That one's right down Broadway for strike 1. In the dirt for ball 1. Bentley at the plate for the Captains. Just catches the corner. Good pitch from Charlton. It's that backdoor off-speed pitch. Looks like a ball pretty much 95% of the time. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Pulled the string on Bentley and got her to strike out. That'll be her 6th strikeout of the ball game. Impressive stuff from Charlton all day. Striking out one of the best lineups in the country 6 times so far, as that one's inside for a strike. Going back to the off speeds, I've had the privilege of hitting off of Emily Charlton, and I can attest that her pitches are absolutely disgusting. And of course, my curiosity got the better of me in my baseball here at Lynchburg, as that one's floated towards Sarah Watts at shortstop, and it'll be caught for out number 2. So 2 quick outs for Charlton. With my baseball career here, I wanted to hit off of Charlton. I've known Charlton for almost 5 years now, and we put off facing each other on the field until this year. And I think my next pitcher that I would like to face would be Kaylee Dorses and Kate Charlton. A great pitch from Emily Charlton. Want to know what it's all about with the 2 power pitchers and Kate and Dorses, as that one floats towards Sarah Watts. A quick 1-2-3 for Emily Charlton and the Hornets, and 3 more outs remaining in this ball game. Hornets have some work to do, down by 2 runs. We're gonna take just a short break before the last half, the possible last half of this game. Possible last half inning, excuse me, of this ball game commences. We'll take a short breather on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Final 3 outs of the ball game will be led off by Madison Barnes, followed by Brianna Hodges and possibly Alex DiNardo. Last hitter in that spot was Alex Love. So it will be Barnes, Hodges, and Love for the 7th. As swinging first pitch, pops this one up into right field, and that'll be the first out of the inning. 2 outs remaining for the Hornets. Brianna Hodges at the plate.
Now batting for Lynchburg, number
She's
26,
0 for 2 in this second ball game, but she's impressed. She had a smoked line drive to center field that just hung up there a little bit and had that deep fly ball to left field in the corner that possibly with no wind might have left the yard. That one catches the corner for strike 1. So Hodges has been doing a great job finding some barrels this ball game. Good eye, just misses the corner. Even up the count at 1-1. Good pitch, finds that corner. So a 1-2 count on Brianna Hodges. 2 outs remaining for the Hornets. That one popped into shallow left center. Called off by Slaw for the 2nd out of the inning. And the Hornets are down to their last out. DiNardo will step back up to the plate. First at bat, had a single, so she's 1 for 1 today. And in her first at bat, she had a little dribbler that pulled the first baseman over, and she was able to leg out an infield single. And now she comes up with 2 outs remaining in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Popped up to the right side into foul territory, and it'll head in to the creek to the right side of the ballpark. So count even at 1-1 for DiNardo. Hornets down to their final out. 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. Good eye from DiNardo. It looks like in the on-deck circle we have Georgia Thompson. So if DiNardo were to reach, the torch would be passed on to Georgia Thompson. That one inside for ball 3. A couple fans of the Captains wondering where that missed. Looked like it was inside. DiNardo chops this one over to the third baseman. Throw to first in time. And it will be a sweep for the CNU Captains. So great job by Christopher Newport University coming into the Hill City and taking 2 victories. The Lynchburg Hornets now fall to 21-13, and the Captains will advance to 28-3. So they'll continue their dominant season. The Hornets' next games will be on April 22nd. That's Tuesday. They will head to Franklin County, Virginia, to go up against our director, Kevin Nestor's former school, Ferrum. That'll be a doubleheader on Tuesday. First game will be at 4, and second game right after. And they will end the season next weekend against Randolph-Macon here in the Hill City, against a top 25 ranked team, Randolph-Macon. And Christopher Newport's next matchup will be against Roanoke College right down the street on April 23rd. That is the Wednesday at 3 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. So that'll be a solid matchup. So 2 good games, 2 good softball games for both these squads. Obviously not the result that the Hornets wanted, but they kept it close for a majority of the game. They just got to get the bats rolling, try and string some hits together. You got to have a memory of a goldfish, as I said at the end of game 1, and go right back out on Tuesday and try and get back on track in the win column against the Ferrum Panthers. Christopher Newport just got to stay on their hot streak, continue their dominance throughout the entire nation. Well, we want to thank you for tuning in. We apologize again for all the technical difficulties and audio difficulties that we've had all game. My name is Ethan Morotsky, and our director, Kevin Nestor, and everybody here in the Hill City. We want to thank you for tuning in to Aubrey Moon Field for this NCAA Division III softball matchup. Thank you very much. Tuning out on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network.